Texas's governor, Republican Greg Abbott, is being criticized, rightly so, after falsely claiming that the victims of a mass shooting on Friday were illegal immigrants. So this is a horrible story where there was a mass shooting. 5 victims who legally immigrated, at least one of them had a green card from Honduras, were shot and killed by 38-year-old Francisco Oropeza after they asked him to stop shooting off his AR-15 in the front yard because it was keeping their child awake. So apparently Oropeza allegedly went to their house after that, and after saying, this is my front yard, I can do whatever the hell I want, then went to their house and started executing people at close range with his rifle. Sonia Guzman, 25, Diana Velazquez Alvarado, 21, Juliza Molina Rivera, 31, Jose Jonathan Casarez, 18, and an 8-year-old, Daniel Enrique Laso, were the victims. They were killed in this attack. This happened on Friday. Abbott waited until Sunday to make remarks on social media in which he falsely claimed that these victims were all illegal immigrants, while posting a $50,000 reward, by the way. So, first off, again, this is horrifying. Another gun massacre in America. Friday's massacre was the 174th mass shooting so far this year. And by the way, since then, there were 10 more. Now, Greg Abbott, what does he focus on? Not the fact that, we've got a serious issue with a lot of mass shootings. No. He focuses on the fact that, or not even the fact, he focuses on, they're illegal immigrants. Wait, what? Why? Look, their immigration status, by the way, he got it wrong, but it has nothing to do with any of this. Why bring it up? Now, let me give you the details on the immigration status. Contrary to Governor Abbott's claim, Guzman was a legal U.S. resident, according to Carlos Eduardo Espina, who posted a copy of her green card to social media. The Houston Chronicle cited the green card post in their reporting as well. In their unconfirmed reports on social media that at least some of the victims were in the U.S. seeking asylum, which would, of course, mean that they were not illegal immigrants. But again, that has nothing to do with their deaths. That has nothing to do with the tragedy. But we know why he's talking about it. We know why. It's because it gets the conversation away from guns to, you see, illegal. Yeah, illegal, you see. It's your classic squirrel, which they do this all the time. Now, I also don't think that I need to go out on a limb to mention here that if you have a certain audience, or certain kind of people, for example, that vote for people like Greg Abbott, that, when they hear, illegal immigrants, they'll say, of course. Oh, of course. Yeah. And maybe the reaction isn't so bad. They might actually think, some of them might think that it's a good thing. I wish I was kidding, but the hatred that some people have in their hearts towards undocumented immigrants, or even just documented immigrants, it's absolutely sickening. And we see this hate play out on social media and all the time, unfortunately, and in our news cycle. Why else would you intentionally try to dehumanize the victims of a mass shooting? And by the way, I'm not the one who thinks being undocumented makes you less of a human being. No. That's the right wing. Because they will look at them and say, well, obviously they had it coming. Go back to your own country. As they don't care about human beings or their lives. Now, he got a lot of pushback. Let me show you some examples of this. Mother and Jones editor-in-chief Claire Jeffrey said this, quote, "Nice way to try to blame 5 victims of your gun policies. yeah, the gun policies in Texas, which are very, very loose, very lax, including an 8-year-old and 2 little kids who survived. As the problem, you utter moral stain. Damn. Democratic strategist Larry Hune says, how do you honor a family who was just tragically murdered? Praising the parents who sacrificed to offer their child a better life. By the way, one of the more heartbreaking things in that story is that the 2 ladies, they were shielding the children. So they were shielding the children with their bodies. I mean, it's just absolutely horrifying what had happened. And yet, you know, you have the people like Greg Abbott that are just, I mean, it's disgusting. I don't know how else to put it. It's disgusting. But anyway, let's continue with Hyun saying this, praising the parents who sacrificed to offer their child a better life, offering condolences to the parents, to the family members and hundreds of community members mourning their loss. Not if you're sociopath Greg Abbott. Yeah. Former president and director counsel of the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, Sherilyn Ifill says, 8 innocent people, including an 8-year-old child, murdered, but the governor remains focused on the political benefits of dehumanizing them. The moral rot that has been revealed in so many political leaders tells me that we are a short distance from having the capacity to do and allow the worst. Yeah, I mean, didn't just end with the election of Joe Biden. Okay. No, it's gone. It never was just Donald Trump. Okay. And I know you all know this, longtime viewers. This has been a hatred on the right wing for so long towards immigrants. So-called Christians, so-called moral people. I don't see this as moral at all. I don't see those people as moral at all. Now, let me give you another comment here. This is from Oliemi. Alurin is, by the way, fantastic person. You should give her a follow on the Twitter at mslurin. Here's what she says. The dehumanization here is otherworldly. Even in their deaths, he can't see undocumented immigrants as human beings. He couldn't think of anything to call a family who'd been murdered but illegal immigrants. 100%. Abbott knows what he's doing. This is, again, politicizing a tragedy, trying to get the conversation away from talking about his terrible gun policies that have led to more and more mass shootings, and just talking about, once again, the swirl of immigration. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly who his audience is.